Hello, everyone! Has anyone ever flipped through a newspaper? The newspaper often has reports of good news, bad news, sports, weather, stories, and so much more. It's a great way to keep up with what's happening in the world around us. The Bible is a lot like a newspaper. It gives us reports from moments in history and tells stories of things that happened a long time ago. What if we read our Bible lesson from today, like an article in a daily newspaper? Today's story is from the Gospel of John. The word gospel actually means good news, so let's imagine that we are reading an article from the Daily Galilean, or perhaps the Jerusalem Times. Wow! Listen to this headline. Wedding guest turns water into wine? That sounds really interesting. Let's read the rest of the story. According to this article, on Tuesday, a woman named Mary was in Cana to attend a wedding. A large number of guests, including her son, a man named Jesus, also attended the wedding. Guests at the wedding were reportedly having a good time until the host ran out of wine. At that rate, it seemed that the happy celebration might turn into a disaster. Some of the wedding guests thought that perhaps Jesus might have a solution to the problem, so they reported to him that they were out of wine. When told about the problem, Jesus at first seemed unwilling to do anything, but after some encouragement from his mother, he finally agreed to help. Eyewitnesses at the wedding reported that Jesus noticed several large water jugs nearby and instructed some servants to fill them with water. After the jars had been filled with water, he told them to dump some of the water out of the jars and take it to the man in charge of serving the wine. When the wine steward tasted the water, he discovered it had been turned into wine. Wedding guests were amazed at the turn of events and said that the wine was the best they ever tasted. As a result of the miraculous event, many people are following Jesus everywhere he goes, and many believe that he might even be the long-awaited Messiah. Well, that made a pretty good news story, didn't it? Do you know what is really great about the story, though? Just as Jesus performed a miracle by changing the water into wine at the wedding celebration more than 2,000 years ago, he is still working miracles in the hearts and lives of people today. If you will let him, he will work a miracle in you. Dear Jesus, worker of miracles, work a miracle in us today. Amen.